Judging people by their skin color? How barbaric. We Romans never judge people by the color of their skin, because everyone can be our slave. Can you already decide who is blessing me first? Both? Both? Both is good. I'm ready for the wrath of the gods. I missed a day from my CIA job in the 70s. My co-workers. Yesterday we established a dictatorship in Latin America. Ancient Chinese people. Snakes are insects, spiders are insects, shrimp are insects. Biologists. Nu, snakes are reptiles, spiders are arachnids, shrimp are crustaceans. Stalin, we did not commit the Katyn massacre, but the Polish kind of deserves it. Churchill and Roosevelt. Spending money on infrastructure, healthcare and education. Overspending on military mausoleum, statue and useless state project. Communist states. Commonwealth between the years 1655 and 1772. Nah, no big deal. It's temporary. Commonwealth after first partition 1772. I need functioning government now. You guys always act like you're better than me. De Gaulle. I ducking hate you and hope you die. I was too young to join any resistance group in 1940, but fortunately am glad that I served the French forces of the interior in 1944 and helped free my country. You look nice today, flirting. You look nice today, harassment. Know the difference. I bow my head to the heaven within heaven, hairline rays illuminating the universe. The 8 winds cannot move me, sitting still upon the purple golden lotus. Fart. The 8 winds cannot move me, one fart blows me across the river. Greeks. Romans. Nazis. People who like Vikings. People who like the Roman Empire. You make us ashamed to be ourselves. People. Feathered dinosaurs just wouldn't be scary. Also people. I'll have a thriving ancient civilization, conquered by nomads from the north. How original. The nomads is not Turks. Daring today, aren't we? Tito dies. The Balkans. I bet he's thinking about other women. What if the atomic bomb had not been used in World War II? If you're having a bad day, remember that in 16th century Baltic Germans dressed like this. How do I stop nationalist movements from destroying my empire? Google. Bing. Charlemagne was a Belgian. Change my mind. I love stories of pagan converts to Christianity during the Dark Ages, because most often these warrior kings and chieftains would listen to the story of Christ's crucifixion and, without missing a beat, they'd be like, if I was there with my boys, we would have saved him. He's a little confused, but he's got the spirit. Clovis was a very earnest and fervent convert. One day the Bishop of Rheims, while instructing him in the doctrines of Christianity, described the death of Christ. As the bishop proceeded, Clovis became much excited, and at last jumped up from his seat and exclaimed, "Had I been there with my brave Franks, I would have avenged his wrongs." AWB members after apartheid ends and 3 of their comrades are executed on live television. Nothing makes sense anymore. Yeah, I know, it's definitely not a good time to be a Nazi. Most people rejected his message. They hated Jesus because he told them the truth. I was born in 6 BC, shut up. Hello India, do you know this symbol? Oh, it's the swastika, a symbol of prosperity and good luck. Why do you ask? Ugh, look at that swastika-bearing Nazi. What an evil symbol. Why Germany, why? Doctors in 1518 trying to figure out why hundreds of people can't stop dancing. This is beyond science. American historians, when reading that Venezuelans and Cubans once fought for USA independence. We fought for our rights and property. Which, no offense, includes you. The Confederates weren't lying about their motives. They fought for states' rights to own slaves, and the whole thing really was just a lost cause in the end. Everyone arguing if Maginot Line worked or not. Czechoslovakia. Nobody will know if your fortification worked if you never use it. Ariminus watching from Valhalla as his descendants proclaim the Holy Roman Empire. Self-proclaimed history buffs where they're asked about anything other than ancient Rome or Nazi Germany. Chief, our squad got thrashed again. What? I want the culprit found. It was me, Roger van den Berkey. Point of view. You just won the 1965 Eurovision Song Contest. European legends. He who can pull this sword from the earth is the rightful king of Britain. Hawaiian legends. He who can move this big-ass rock will unify the islands. She might give you that hawk tour, but does she? Honor de Balzac. Promptly leave your pissed-off rival's castle after accepting his surrender. Stay longer and risk assassination to bang said rival's super hot auntie. Fellas, if your girl loves dogs, loves movie night, and loves sleeping in, that's not your girl, that's Adolf Hitler, commander of the Third Reich. I drew Anubis as a jackal-headed man to represent both his human animal forms. Don't you worry, it may lead to misunderstanding. No, why would it? 5,000 years later. He dogman death god. Alexander the Great. Alexander the OK. Alexander the Meh. Just Alex. Iran, we should adopt Esperanto as the official language of diplomacy. The French. No. No one. Julius Caesar when he walks up to a statue of Alexander the Great. Point of view. The girl you dumped is now Queen of England and the king is away. Why would a fly ever land on this? Mice should be ashamed to get caught in that. Come on, bears. It's so obvious. Wow, the horse archers are retreating. The most racist conquistador to ever live. His wife. Using the steam engine to ignite the Industrial Revolution. Using it to spin doner kebab. Saw an angel. Ezekiel. Me too. In 1946, Mussolini's body was stolen by fascists. It would be a good idea to steal his body. Ha! It's not fresh anymore. Gaius Julius Caesar, popular Roman leader and author, dies at the age of 55 surrounded by his friends. Carinus, current emperor. Diocletian, future emperor. Diocles, by Jove. How did my father die? Lightning strike. A lightning strike? In this time of year? In the Iranian desert? Striking only the emperor's tent? Yes. Can I see the body? No. Dakota Territory, 1886. Lo, that dumb Yankee didn't know what hit him. Stole Theodore Roosevelt's boat. Just shit himself. Just traveled several days to track him down. Bully. When you plunge the country into religious and political turmoil to marry a woman, but then notice her hot friend. Benjamin Franklin going naked reading and then taking a nap. Because he thought illnesses are getting spread via stagnant air which the clothes picked up on and accumulates in the body. He a little confused, but he got the spirit. Nights when their opponent. I'll drink to your bones, scum, but he has new. That's not fair. Soloed Japan, soloed France, soloed America, soloed China, steamrolled Cambodia in just 2 weeks, holding the most islands in the Spratly Islands. Crushed alongside France, crushed alongside America, lost islands to Cambodia, lost islands to Philippines, lost the whole parcel islands to China in just 1 day. US soldier takes a piss in a bush. The Viet Cong hiding in the bush. When you have to put up with your husband's arrogant mistress, who likes to act like she's the queen. But he has already grown tired of her and has decided to set her aside in favor of a new mistress. But at least this one doesn't seek to antagonize you at every given opportunity, and honestly, that's enough. Our new general, Emperor, has saved us from disaster. Worship him. Support him. Kill him. Employee of the month. The fat medieval king starter pack is either cruel or jolly. Used to be badass. He's got about 86 bastards. Loves having these things. His 2 advisor looks like this. His favorite foods. Drinks a gallon of mead wine out of this every day. The French and the British during World War I. Oh, this stupid mud. It always causes the gun to jam. Meanwhile, the Russians, you guys are getting guns? SS Commander Heydrich riding through Prague in an open-top car. 2 Czechoslovak mad lads with a bomb. I wonder how these backsliding cowards will commemorate me. Itzan. Arson locomotive. becomes president. Beats Mexico in a war, gains multiple new states, leaves office, dies. 29 years in Nepal. 5 minutes in India. Life is suffering. Late Paleolithic people. All right, get lost, all of ya. You're extinct. Go on. Scram. Get out of here, you terrestrial megafauna. That's right, keep dying. Except you. You stay. When you see that there are people who think seriously that 6,000 years ago people were too stupid and everything had to be given to them by aliens. Brother, give me a spear. The heavy spear. Buckingham Palace, 1845. Prince Albert mumbles. Robert Peel. Greetings, Your Majesty. Good news. It seems the Prussian diplomats have agreed to a joint reduction of tar. Ah, apologies, Lord Prime Minister. I haven't been able to sleep a good lot for the last few days. Your Majesty. I see. Does Her Majesty the Queen has anything to do with that, sir? San Francisco after Emperor Norton was arrested. Independent discoveries of the Pythagorean theorem. The nature of humanity is just that every so often someone accidentally invents a square plus b square is c square again. When you build a warship so modern and powerful, it immediately makes all your other ships obsolete. The problem of being faster than light is that you can only live in darkness. Russia during the American Revolution. Great Britain. Catherine the Great. Give Russian soldiers in exchange for Minorca. Catherine the Great. Are you coming to the party tonight? Da. Is the Pope Catholic? Traditionalist Catholics after Vatican II? Not anymore. How the people of Botswana must have felt in the 70s with civil wars and apartheid states on every one of their borders. This is fine. Evolution, can you give me lungs for land? To live on land. Yees. Actually goes back the water like a boss. People today, people are so violent and depraved these days. Things were better in the old days. Medieval people, LMAO, let's just saw this guy in half. Southern racial policy. Blacks are inferior in property. Super devil. Northern racial policy. Blacks are not property but still inferior. Devil! When I said I support equal voting rights, I meant men shouldn't vote either. Stalin. Switzerland during both world wars. I just hope both teams have fun. Real Italians. Delusional cosplayers. Dakota Territory. 1885. Who could that be? Teddy's not supposed to be back yet. Sewell point of view. Hey there, buddy, your boss cattle are trespassing on owned land. Why, you all better clear out lest things get messy later, Who would be insane enough to disturb me? I've killed people, damn it. Paddock point of view. Hello there, Paddock. Was it? How about you and I have a nice little chat? Fight for 123 years against Germanization and Russification. You will be subjected to numerous repressions and harassment. You created an entire national martyrdom in the fight for your rights. Congratulations, you have retained your national identity. Become Germanized for 300 years. Recognize that the German language is cringe. Walk from village to remember what Czech sounded like. Congratulations, you have retained your national identity. The Chinese United Front in pop culture. We must work together to fend off the Japanese imperialists. I'm not happy, but I agree. The Chinese United Front in reality. Shoot the Japanese. Stop shooting my men. The communists are out to get me. Shoot the Japanese or I'll find someone who will Chiang. Persia and Egypt armies facing each other to battle. Egypt applied trench in their area, increasing their defense against incoming Persians. Persia, meanwhile, used cats to demoralize the Egyptians. It was super effective. Mortal. You can't resist my deadly gaze. Wow, you look great. As good as in the tales. That's impossible, you. You are supposed to get rock hard. You see, that's my secret. I'm always rock hard. Is that so? Hey, buddy. Eyes up here. No. Incest in Greek mythology. Incest in real life. London, 1887. Teddy dearest, what's wrong? The ranch has been hit by bad weather. I hope it isn't too serious. Meanwhile, Dakota Territory. Jesus, Tap. Dancing Christ. If I invade Laconia, you will be destroyed never to rise again. If 346 BC invasion of Laconia. The myth of consensual nuclear war. Captain Savinsky, I consent. Political officer Maslenikov, I consent. Executive officer Arkhipov, I don't. Isn't there somebody you forgot to ask? The Netherlands recognizing Belgium's independence in the Treaty of London 1839. Leopold II. Plans to conquer the Netherlands 1854. Leopold II when France doesn't support the plan. See? I haven't lied to you. The terrorists are hiding in that castle. You can arrest them all. You've been a great help to our cause, Monsieur Dupont. Boys, massacre them all. Massacre? Wait, you said you were going to arrest them. We don't negotiate with terrorists. You've been good, Mr. Dupont. Come tomorrow for your payment. I didn't want all of this. France, when someone mentions World War II resistance. Okay, I'ma fight the largest empire in human history. Damn, the largest empire in human history got hands. Every English monarch after 1340. You know, I'm something of a king of France myself. These Canadians are truly kind and generous. Let's ask for more. His hair receded in early youth, leaving a massive forehead behind which a restless mind was inexhaustibly at work. When the Inquisitor finds out a conquistador treats Spanish women like the Mayans. Why don't you have a seat? Sal's punishment. Sal, wear a blindfold and touch this cat for 30 seconds. Mur's punishment. Mur, defend Berlin from the Soviets. Some Romabu, Rome was literally the pinnacle of human civilization. The poop stick. History is written by the victors. The Romans after Teutoburg Forest. The US after Vietnam. Ramesses II. The Confederacy. We are so advanced 2,000 years ago. Never ask a woman her age. A man his salary. Bill Clinton why his cigar tastes good. Fictional pirates. Fights spooky skeleton men and goes on crazy adventures. Real pirates. Steals $100 million, vanishes without trace. People today. New. The Senate gives too much power to the small states. Roger Sherman. That's the point. 1868 election. Let us have peace. Racism. Which message will resonate with voters? Richard Nixon. I'm declaring war on anyone who sells drugs to the community. CIA. But black dynamite, I sell drugs to the community. Military mismanagement that led to the loss of thousands. Military mismanagement that led to the loss of thousands, Italy. Cause we invented the Latin alphabet. Shut up, Greece. We were conquered. The robed monks we robbed taught us how to. Learning Chinese is hard. Union soldiers receiving rifles for the Civil War. They hand you the flag. Deposed Byzantine emperor. What did you do to me? New Byzantine emperor? I took away your junk. Civilians defending surrender recording. Hirohito recording his surrender speech. John Lennon's music. John Lennon's personal life. James Roosevelt, custodian of Teddy's inheritance. Theodore, did you just spend $2,500 and $77,354 adjusted for inflation on a ducking girl? Teddy Roosevelt, horrendously down bad. But uncle, I love her. Karl Marx. The alienation of man thus appeared as the fundamental evil of capitalist society. Britney Spears. My loneliness is killing me. The city has fallen, yet I am alive. Charge. It's Armenia's fault we're losing. Kill them. Turks when the enemy tries to block their ships. I'm 2 steps above you. That feeling when you raised the national literacy rate by 60%, created an agriculturally self-sufficient society, planted 10 million trees, thus literally stopping the desertification of your country, and vaccinated 2.5 million children in a matter of weeks, all without foreign aid. And all within just 4 years, but the world just remembers you as some African warlord. Whack. Chandragupta Maurya. Trade offer I receive greatest empire of subcontinent history along with your daughter. You receive 500 cute elephants. Hitler, Steiner will perform a massive counterattack that will destroy the Soviets. Steiner. Me and the bad bitch I pulled by being autistic. You're beautiful. What? Come with me to invade Gaul. What the duck? Nobody. Alexander the Great. Anyone who doesn't want to go to war is gay. You're a Soviet saboteur planting explosives. A Finnish song starts to play over your radio. Cut my wife into pieces. This is my last divorce. Hey Stalin, how's your airborne division doing? Jesus Christ. 1900s Argentina. Will you marry me? Absolutely not. Thank you. Man, it sure is hard trying to find this elusive serial killer. At least you always listen to my ramblings, Ed. It's like you really care about what I have to say. You're welcome, buddy, anytime. If Germany hadn't invaded other countries, the other countries would have ignored the Jew concentration camps. The longer it takes you to get this, the more you will hate it. I am Poseidon, god of the sea. Okay. I am Neptune, god of the sea. Time travel. Kicks a rock. The timeline. Eunuchs to the Roman Emperor Honorius, my lord. The Rome has fallen. Honorius, but I just fed it early this morning. How did it die? Eunuchs? I mean the eternal city, my lord. Not the chicken. Honorius? Oh, okay. Eunuch. How the Allies saw the Italian people. How Mussolini saw the Italian people. How do you keep getting not guilty verdicts? John Gotti. The secret ingredient is witness intimidation. Belgium's African history. Belgium's European history. Love for potatoes. Terrorism. Alcoholism. World War II ends. Hugo Boss. Every human civilizations when they came across some blocks of limestone in a desert. 30 German POWs in a hole they were told to dig. Johannes Stevens, who had just dragged them one by one through a minefield. 4 years for your bachelor's? I've worked 60 for my master's. Who are you? Bloody Sunday. Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down? Give a man a fish and he will eat for a day. Sacrifice a man to the sun god and you will get a bountiful harvest for a season. Codex from 16th century, Aztec human sacrifice. Oh, that's Ottoman flaying people alive in the late 18th century. The King of Belgium resigning for one day in 1990 so that abortion would be permitted. Catholic bishops. Is that legal? Italians in 1796 when the best general in the world crosses the Alps to sack their country. Murder lo rifamo. Siege of Vienna, 1529. Admit that you are responsible for the United Kingdom or draw 25. Scotland. When a Soviet person visits Le Havre post 1945. France. USSR. Blyat. Look, it's the last 2 surviving penguins. We should take them back to England, it'll be a great exhibition. What do you mean last? There's a whole flock here. And they're laying eggs too. Not any more low. Mongolia. Soviet Union. It is easy as crushing an ant. Soviet Union. Finland. Please don't hurt me. France, according to the French. Liberté, égalité, fraternité. France, according to Algerians, Haitians, Vietnamese, Cameroonians, Congolians, Malagasys, genocide, brutalite, impunite. Dudes be like, don't say Chinese culture because China has many cultures. My brother in Christ, every large country has many cultures. Heavy. Why is this shit so heavy? Roman horse. Medieval horse. Campaign 84. James Blaine. My opponent raped a woman, took away custody of the resulting baby, and had said woman placed in an insane asylum. Grover Cleveland. My opponent is from Maine. Which message will resonate with voters? The Dutch don't want you to know this, but the bikes in the Netherlands are free, you can take them home. I have 458 bikes. How do you even stop this? I mean, seriously. The Macedonian phalanx, here shown in its fighting formation of 256 men, the syntagma. Military junta successfully overthrowing the democratically elected government of Lesotho. Nelson Mandela, about to invade Lesotho. When you send another innocent Frenchman to the guillotine. When you annoy everyone so much that they send you to the guillotine. Catholic Church. You are a Satanist and should be burned alive. Cathars. God is all love and all evil is the devil's fault. Census data from pre-modern China is highly questionable, especially during times of war. Using it to estimate war casualties can give absurd result. General Yinjing marches his army of 10 million men. To pacify the village of Shikon, population 1 trillion. Result 10 billion dead Chinese. Modern history to Americans. Modern history to Europeans. When your mind started thinking in English, instead of your native language. Henry VI watching half the Holy Roman Empire's nobility fall through the floor and drown in bloody diarrhea on July 26, 1184. Paoli barely concealing his contempt for Buonaparte. Napoleon excited to meet his childhood hero Pasquale Paoli. New Epic of Gilgamesh dropped before the winds of winter. A new chapter of the Epic of Gilgamesh is revealed when the fragment of Tablet V was finally recovered. It was written in Standard Babylonian and dates back to the Neo-Babylonian period, 626538 BC, according to researchers. Surrender now, or we will blow you to smithereens. Nuts. English royalty. What should we name the future king? Henry, Richard, James, William, George, or Edward? French royalty. What should we name the future king? Louis. I go to Korea and insult them so they would be forced to kill me and provoking a casus belli. The Japanese government would go to war with Korea. The government refuses due to financial and military concerns. I die in the Satsuma Rebellion. I am Emperor of the French and not Emperor of France because I embody all of the revolution's ideals such as popular rule, meritocracy and self-determination. On an unrelated note, I am making my brother King of Spain. You find Troy. It turns out you blew most of it up thinking it was deeper down than it was. I'm tired of working on myself. From now on, I'm going to be unapologetically insane. 500 Soviet soldiers, we got this guy surrounded. Simo Haya's honest reaction, your strategy was advantageous for me. By the way, I got this too. Feminists. French nationalists. Catholics. Jeanne d'Arc was cool. Teenage boys picking what dead nation they will be obsessed with. Rome. The USSR. Who wants to get the Soviets out of Eastern Europe? Who wants to start a horrifically unpopular war against them that would cost the lives of millions of American soldiers and turn Poland into an irradiated wasteland? At it again, Ducker? They just don't deserve to exist. When you grow up, people stop asking you what your favorite medieval blunt weapon is. They don't even care. Inside you, there are many wolves. Is married to you. Is also married to you. You are a king of Macedon. Oh look, it's a picture I took of you the first time I ever came here. Look at you so young and happy. Where do the years go? Shout out to historical figures who actually concealed their leprosy in a badass way. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Peter the Great. Coffee, you're my only friend. Your son is a traitor to Russia and must be executed. Am too dark. Imprison and have him tortured and you can blame the others. Perfect. The USSR producing 263,000 tons of aluminum during World War II. Britain producing 205,000 tons of aluminum during World War II. A small village in rural Quebec producing 40% of all Allied aluminum, which equal to 1,400,000 tons. When Enzo Ferrari doesn't listen customer feedback about reliability. Ferruccio Lamborghini. Fine, I'll make my own supercars with reliable parts and mid-engines. HRE was Rome. Ottomans were Rome. Russia was Rome. Modern Finland is Rome. When they say they're into history. When they start listing off German tanks. 1835. You're the best, Harriet. Love you too, Darwin. 1995. Peter the Great wanting to westernize Russia. Russian nobility. Get rid of your beards. Something that legitimately fascinates me is the sheer number of medieval artworks depicting giant, oftentimes murderous snails. What I thought my ancestry was. What I wanted my ancestry to be. What my ancestry turned out to be. Japan, when someone declares war on them, and it is Poland. Stalin in 1929. Every 5 days in the USSR, a week passes. Vikings, after attacking a defenseless village, stealing their meager positions, enslaving their people, and running away before actual soldiers show up. It ain't much, but it's honest work. I studied the moon. I orbited the moon. I walked on the moon. Thad Roberts. Santa Anna's plan: attack the Alamo at the dead of night. We don't make a sound as we advance towards the fort and take the Texans by surprise and take little casualties. One Mexican soldier inhales. Viva la Santa Anna. Another perfect day in the Inca Empire. Nothing could ruin this. Hi, I'm Francisco Pizarro. Smallpox. The Battle of Nagashino in 1575. The cavalry of the Takeda clan. The Oda Nobunaga clan that uses firearms. The Council of Pisa, 1409. Situation. There are 2 competing popes too? Ridiculous. We need to elect a new, single pope and end the Western schism. Yeah, soon situation. There are 3 competing popes. What do you think the first Egyptologist looked like? What he actually looked like? The world if the Ottomans agreed on cheaper pepper. I killed the most Russians. Nah, I did. I'm limited by the population of my time. US government, Italian mafia, fascist Italy, Sicily. Now we have a common enemy, we have to work together. When did World War II start? September 1939, Germany invades Poland. December 1941, USA joins the war, making it a true global conflict. September 1931, Japan invades China. September 1914, Hitler invades France the first time but has to pause for 21 years before invading again. I control the Silk Road. Nobody gets spices and linen but through me. Anyway, lads, I build this big-ass boat, we can use it to sail around this jackass. Roman Empire. Holy Roman Empire. This ducking sucks, actually. Literal hardest thing ever. Armenia, Georgia, and Azerbaijan after World War I for some reason. West Point cadets on Christmas 1826. We did it, Patrick. We made our own eggnog. Point of view. You're a kid in 1997 Japan, and you blink while watching Pokemon. Memes saying the American Revolution was because the colonists didn't want to pay taxes. Modern travels. We have a 5-hour flight ahead. This is unbearable. Medieval travelers. It will take us half a year to get to the Holy Land. Let's go! Unfortunately, the vibe is continuing to deteriorate. Russian engineers. Don't use enough cooling rods. Enriched uranium. Kaboom? Yes, Rico. Kaboom. Violence is not the answer. The answer is Open's history book. Frantically starts flipping through pages. Oh no. Died 1434. Born 1975. Welcome back, Władysław Jagiello. Europeans struggle against horseback archers for millennia. Also Europeans when they discover people across the ocean who'd never seen a horse. You Indians want to buy a horse. Napoleon and his men 3,000 rabbits. Does this annoy anyone else as much as me? Real ancient battles. TV shows ancient battles. Sikh people finding out that Indira Gandhi was gunned down by her Sikh bodyguards following her massacre of thousands of Sikh civilians. Who would win? Over 100 Ottoman galleys. 4 Christian galleon. Catholic God. No one is beyond salvation. Calvinist God. LMAO, I'm the one damning you personally. Loose lips might sink ships, Andrew J. May. That sign won't stop me because I can't read. Artist, yes, of course I've seen a horse. Point of view. You are a remotely relevant politician living in Washington, D.C. in 1890. Bully? Costa Rica declares war on Germany in World War I. Germany's reaction. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Try to make everyone remember and punish what went wrong before. Years pass and everyone forgets what happened. That bad thing becomes popular again. Bad thing and bad people bring misery again. IDF, my soldiers keep damaging their rifles by opening soda with it. Yisrael Balashnikov, allow me to fix that. Chancellor Bruning, the depression has hit and it's austerity time. Can you do it? Yes, President Hindenburg. Wow, this is such a great comedy actor. Should see more of him to get a good laugh. The Anglo-Saxon Army. Please let us rest, we already marched 60 miles today. Harold Godwinson. Just a few more miles today, those Norwegians will never see this coming. Quote from Civilization Wiped Out. What are you gonna do, Genghis Khan? Wipe out our civilization? 1,000 Ottoman soldiers. Carolus Rex and his 4 royal guards.